Good afternoon, everyone. It's Mr. Montgomery again. And yesterday we were doing some more practice with adding tens to a two-digit number. Like if we had 15 plus 10, all we did was we added our tens together. So 1 plus 1 is 2. And then we just brought this ones around. And that was it. That was our little shortcut. Today we're doing something just a little bit different. But we're still working with adding. But today we're doing something called regrouping. Oops. It's called regrouping. And we're going to learn all about it. We're going to find out what that means. So we're going to start with a little bit easier of a problem than what we're going to be doing later. So let's say we have a two-digit number that has tens and ones, like the number, let's do 19. 19 is not bad. And we're going to add it to a smaller number. It's going to be a single digit, meaning it's just going to have ones. We're going to add the number 2 to it. And we're going to now draw this out, okay, with some rods and ones cubes. So for the 10 rods, I'm just going to make sticks. I'm not going to do anything crazy today. So how many 10s do we have for 19? Just one. And we don't have any more 10s. So now we're going to draw all of our ones for 19. Ready? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I drew all my ones for 19. I drew all the 10s for 19. Actually, I'll make this 10 rod just a little bit larger. Now, we're going to draw the ones for the number 2. That's pretty easy. I'm just going to start up from up here, where the 9 left off. I'll start there. So 1 and 2. All right. Do you guys notice anything about these ones? Do we have a lot more ones than we can hold in the ones house? We do. So when we regroup, what we're doing is we're looking for ones that have too many. And we actually have 11 ones right here in this picture that we made. So we're gonna count 10 and find out if we can make some of these ones cubes into a 10 rod. Ready? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I stopped because I counted to 10 because there are 10 little cubes in a 10 rod. So I'm going to circle these two columns. Right there, circle it. And this is now a 10 rod. So now we have two 10 rods, right? And it kind of changes up this number sentence a little bit. So instead of 19 plus 2, now we can say, what's 20 plus 1? And we just made this number sentence a whole lot easier looking. Now what's 20 plus 1? We all know that 20 plus 1 is just 21. That's nice and simple. So we're doing stuff like that. But when we go through more of these, we're going to have to think to ourselves, is this going to be a problem that we are going to have to regroup? If so, we're going to circle yes. If not, we're just going to circle no, and then we can still finish the problem. So now let's figure out a number we want to use. So for number 1, let's say that we're going to add the number, let's make this one a little bit tougher. We're going to add the number 17. And it's going to be 17 plus 4. You might be thinking, Mr. Montgomery, this is kind of silly. This is pretty easy because we're just using the number 4. But this is practice. Let's make sure we practice this. We know what we're doing. So that way when we get to these bigger numbers, it's going to be a piece of cake. So right now, we're not sure if we have to regroup. So let's draw a picture. First, I'm going to draw out the number 17. Okay, so I'm going to draw a 10 rod. And how many ones? Just 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so I have my 17 that I made. Now I have to draw the 4 ones because we're adding 4. So let me get a different color here so it stands out. And I'm just going to keep drawing for where the 7 left off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I stop because I drew my 4. Now, do you see a group of 10? We sure do. So this is going to be a big yes, we have to regroup. So I'm going to circle these 2 columns because they make 10. Now I have 2 10s, right? And this number sentence now becomes 20 plus 1. We just did something like that. And we all know 20 plus just 1 is 21. Well, that was easy. So now we know our answer for this is going to be 21. Now let's go to number 2. Let's figure out a whole bunch of different numbers to use and see if we have to regroup with those. Because sometimes when it looks like we have to regroup, we don't. Let's see. This time let's do 15 plus, let's use the number 4 again. Now, I'm not too sure if we have to regroup because that's the first thing we have to figure out. So let's draw our picture. We're going to look at the number 15 and we're going to draw that using our rods and cubes. So how many 10s does 15 have? Just 1. So I'll make 1 10. Okay, and how many 1s does 15 have? Just 5. So we draw 5 cubes. And 4 and 5. And now how many 1s does the number 4 have? Which I know sounds kind of silly because we know the number 4 and it only has a ones house, so we're just drawing 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, do we have 10 ones cubes together to make a new set of 10? Let's count them and find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We don't have enough. We're 1 short. So for this one, no, we do not have to regroup. We're just adding 4 to 15, and it's not going to have a new set of 10. So now we just have to think about the ones house, 4 plus 5. So we could also rewrite this to make it a little bit easier. 15 plus, now is 4 going to go under the ones house or the tens house? It's going to go under the ones house. And I can use a different color to divide it just to make sure I don't get them confused. Now what's 5 plus 4? Well, we know 5 plus 4 is 9, and 1 plus, well, nothing, it stays 1. So our answer is 19. So 15 plus 4 is 19. So see, that kind of looked like we might need to regroup, but we didn't. So we don't always need to regroup, but we have to keep an eye out for it, because if we do, we can draw a picture, make it easier for ourselves to figure it out. All right, now we're going to get into a tougher number. So we're done with our teens. We're going to move into a bigger number. Let's do 32 plus 8. 32 plus 8. I have a feeling this is going to be a tricky one. So let's draw this out. Let's draw out the number 32 using rods and cubes. How many tens does 32 have? Well, 32 has 3 tens. 1, 2, and 3. Remember, our drawings don't have to be perfect. Mine never are, which is okay. So 3 tens and how many ones? Just 2. 1, 2. Now we have to add our 8 ones to it to see if we need to regroup. So let's draw those in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's count up our ones to see if we have enough to make a whole new set of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We do have enough. So we can circle these because we made enough to make a whole nother set of 10. So now I have 4 sets of 10. How would I make this into an addition sentence? Well, let's think about this. 4 sets of 10 make 40. But if I'm making an addition sentence and it's only tens, what can I add it to? Is the 8 still here? It's not. So this space is empty. We have to put a 0. And look how simple this problem is. What's 40 plus 0? It's 40. That was simple. And so, yes, we did have to regroup on that one. Make sure you circle the yes and go right in our 40 right there. Okay. Now let's do another one. Let's do another one that has a bigger 2-digit number and find out if we have to regroup. Let's see. I'm going to pick the number 44. And I'm going to add 5 to it. Ooh. This one, we might have to regroup. I don't know. Let's draw it out. How are we going to draw the number 44? Well, it has 4 tens, so we draw 4 sticks, right, for the 10 rods. 4. Then how many ones? Well, it has 4 again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're going to add our 5 ones to our picture, right? Let me get a different color here. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so I stopped. I drew my 5 ones. Now let's count them up to see if we have a whole new set of 10 that we can make. See if we can regroup with this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't have 10 cubes. So, no, we cannot regroup with this. We can't. But we can rewrite the number sentence to make it easier for us. If you like writing it top and bottom, like I do, we can write 44 plus 5. And I always draw my little line down the middle. 4 plus 5 is 9. And 4 plus nothing, it stays a 4. So it becomes 49. Or you could also look at the picture that you drew to help you out. We can count it out by tens and ones. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, and 49. So either way, we have 49, right? Oh, I almost forgot to write in my answer. 49. All right, let's get a whole new number here. Whole new number, and we're going to go through it even quicker. Even quicker. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, so let's do 58 plus 1. 58 plus 1. Let's see if we have to regroup with this. We have to draw out 58, and it has 5 tens, right? So we draw 5 sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then how many ones does 58 have? It has 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now that we drew 58, all we have to do is add our 1 that we're adding to it. Okay, and now let's see if we're going to regroup. Let's count up our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we only have 9. We can't regroup. So this is going to be another no. We are not regrouping for this. But since we have our picture, we can count everything up. So let's start with our tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, and 59. So 58 plus 1 is 59. See, we're just kind of adding the ones together to see if we have to make a 10. And if we don't regroup, you can just think to yourself, well, what's 8 plus 1? 9. And you just bring that 10 on over. Let's do one more. Oh, I gotta make some space. Okay, for our next one, let's make it tougher. Let's make it even bigger number. Let's make it tough. Let's do 74 plus, you know what? I think I know what number I want to add it to. We're going to add it to 74 plus 7. That's a good one. Let's draw 74. This is going to be a big drawing. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Man. Whew. I drew 7 tens. And how many ones is in 74? Just 4. So let's draw it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we have to add our 7 ones, right? So let's draw those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Man, that's a lot. Let's see how many see if we can count up to 10. Count up 10 ones to see if we can regroup. Make a whole new set of 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We stop because we counted to 10 right there. We don't want to go any further because now we can regroup. We're going to circle this new set of 10 that we're making. Right? So for this one, yes, we will regroup. But now we have to figure out our total. So we can count up our picture, all of our sticks, all of our 10s rods or 10 sticks, whatever you like to call them. Let's do that first, and then we count the ones at the end. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 81. So 74 plus 7 is 81. All right, guys, let's open up our packets and get to the inside to see what they want us to do next. All right, I'll give you all a couple seconds to open up your packets. It shouldn't take you too long. And for this next part, if you would like an extra piece of paper to write your work down, I know there's not always a ton of space. So if you need an extra piece of paper to do your drawings, or if you would like some tens rods and ones cubes, pause the video, let me know, and I will get that for you guys, okay? Now let's see what they want us to do here. So they're saying use cubes and your work mat. Just like I was saying, if you want some tens rods and ones cubes, let me know right away. Or maybe you're really good at mental math at this, and that's fine too. Whatever works for you, that's what we're going to work with. And then we're going to write the sum. So it's the same thing as the front, except they're giving us the numbers that we're going to need. And we still have to circle whether we have to regroup or not, and then give the answer. So let's do the first one together, and then you're going to try number 2 on your own. So number 1, they put 17 plus 9. Let's draw this out. 17 has 1 10. It has 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we're adding 9 to it. Get a different color here. Here we go. So we now have to count out 9 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Now I have to see if I can make any new tens rods, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I stop because I counted 10, and I'm going to circle those 10 cubes. Circle those 10 cubes. Now I have a new 10 rod, and my number sentence changed a little bit. Now it's going to be 20 because I have 2 tens. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it kind of changes this, which is a lot easier to add together. So did we regroup? That's the first question we need to answer. Did we regroup? Yes, we did. And now we have to figure out what our total is. And we can just count our picture. So let's do the tens first. 10, 20. Now our ones, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So that's where they got the number 26 from. So I'll give everyone a good minute to try number 2, then we'll go over it together. All right. I'm hoping that was enough time. If it's not enough time, hit the spacebar on your keyboard and then just resume the video whenever you're ready. Okay? So let's go over this. So now we're adding 45 plus 4. So let's draw that out. 45 and 4. Get rid of this real quick. Okay, so 45, let's draw it out first. We have 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have 4 more ones we have to add. So I'll use a different color for that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's see if we can regroup. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I only have 9 ones. I wasn't able to make a new set of 10. Because when we regroup, we're only counting our ones cubes, right? That's it. So I don't have enough, so no, we are not going to regroup. And we are going to count our picture out. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. So you can draw a picture for this. If you like rewriting it top and bottom, you can. 45 plus 4. Draw a line down the middle. 5 plus 4 is 9. 4 plus nothing is 4. You still get 49. Or if you kind of call it on that we're just adding the ones, and you know 5 plus 4 is 9, and you can do that mental math, that's awesome too. So go ahead and do the rest of the packet on your own, guys. If you're confused still, come see me at the front of the room with the rest of the class, and I'll help you out a little bit, all right? But you're just going to have to wait till I'm done teaching. But if you're good to go to your seats, work on your own, and I'll talk to y'all later.